The Sony PlayStation 3 is a great video game console. I honestly don't have as much attachment to it as I have towards, say, the Sega Dreamcast or the PlayStation 1, but I do keep one ready to play in my retro gaming setup in case I want to play one of its amazing games. I mean, it would be ready to play if I wasn't having issues with my original controllers. The first one has a dead battery that can't be charged at all and won't even turn on when connected to the console. The second one can kinda hold a charge, but it has a poltergeist in it or something. It randomly does things by itself, like pressing buttons randomly and whatnot. I do have this third-party one which the battery isn't working very well anymore, but can at least be used while connected to the console. But that's not ideal, and I'd rather use the official controllers. So in this short part of the Eric experiment, we'll repair both of those controllers, which, as you'll see, isn't that difficult. Let's go! So here are the two controllers, and we're going to start by disassembling the one with the dead battery. This is where the button's membrane connects to the mainboard. The membrane has contacts in the same position as the board, and the connection is made by pressure being applied by a piece of foam that rests on a piece of plastic behind it that isn't flat. Over time, with it being compressed, the foam loses its ability to expand, making the connection loose and unreliable. That's why the buttons start going crazy. It's honestly such a bad design. It would have been so much better to have the membrane connected to the board like we do with flat cables. I'm not sure if this controller has that issue since I can't turn it on, but I'll fix it on both controllers just to be safe. The only sort of tricky part to remove are the DualShock motors, the rest is super easy. First, let's just give the internals of this one a clean. After that, we'll cut a piece of plastic that we're gonna fold and put in that place where the foam goes. Adding that should be enough to increase the pressure and prevent the issue in case this controller has it too. Before moving on, I noticed that there was a lot of skin poop in the controller, and I tried to clean it with some alcohol and cotton buds. After I assembled the controller though, I realized that wasn't enough, and later I disassembled it again and washed it properly. I didn't capture that on camera, which is fine because that would have been boring anyway. We can now proceed with reassembling it. So as you know, the original battery in this controller is dead, so we're replacing it with a brand new one I got on eBay a few weeks ago. Just need to plug it in. And we can now close the controller. The triggers are a bit annoying to keep in place while we close the controller, but it's nothing we can't manage. Now onto the other controller, the one that has the poltergeist in it. The process here is basically the same. We'll first disassemble it. This one wasn't as dirty as the other one, but this time I did fully wash it. Now that it's clean, we can start reassembling it. Once again, I cut some plastic to improve the contact between the membrane and the board. We did that for the other controller just in case, but this one really needs it. This controller was charging, but I'll replace its battery anyway since I have a spare one. And that's it. Now we just have to reassemble the whole thing and we should be good to go. Now we can test both of these bastards. First, the one that wasn't even charging. It looks like it's working. Let's try it with a game. I'll pop in a racing game I really like, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Yep, everything seems to be working fine. What about the other controller? Yeah, it seems to be working too, and the poltergeist seems to have been exorcised from it. Let's try it with one of my favorite games on this console, The Last of Us. All seems to be working just fine. And there you have it! I'm really glad these repairs were easy, especially considering that second-hand PS3 controllers aren't that cheap, and the PS5 doesn't run any games prior to the PS4. Now I can put my PS3 back in my entertainment unit so I can play it whenever I feel like. And that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll try to make more of these simpler ones between my normal videos because those ones take a while to finish. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like it, and if you like content around retro gaming and retro computing, make sure to subscribe to the Eric Experiment for more. Thanks for watching.